Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a very special edition of Shooting the Shelf. Curtis and I are here to bring you the latest reveal in Reinforcements 2. And Curtis, I think you had something you wanted to say right here at the top.
First of all, I was just chuckling because every Sunday when we do a show, you say good morning and it's night. And now we finally are on in the morning and you say good evening and you got me.
It was an intentional choice because I'm bringing you serious news. This is the news at 11 at 8 in the morning.
Well, the reveals have been great all week. Appreciate all the content creators that have been out there doing the reveals. And, really just appreciate the Four Horsemen for, giving us this opportunity to do one. We don't have the fancy budgets like Hedgehog. So, we couldn't do like special effects and things. So we figured we would just go live, see if people had anything in the chat for us, answer any questions, and, do our kind of regular live thing. So.
All right. Well, we've got a little video of us doing our opening of the figure, and then we'll get into some stuff afterwards. So I'm getting ready to roll this footage. And Curtis, I think there was something else you wanted to say.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate everybody throwing out their guesses and stuff. And I just wanted to say one thing before we roll the reaction video, and that is happy Orctober.
Today, Curtis and I both got a box from Main Warehouse at Four Horsemen LLC. Let's open this up and see what we got, Curtis.
Okay, I'm opening the box, taking out the paper.
Yeah, I'm not even looking in the box. I'm just looking at the screen here.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So. Yeah, I had no idea what this would be. But clearly this is a Shadow Orc that is also in a Legion Builder style format. In fact, that's what it's called, a Shadow Orc Grunt Legion Builder.
Oh, wow.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely in love with that.
You're feeling like this is awesome, but I know Shadow Orcs are like your jam.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I was hoping for the Gorthok release on the All Stars so that we could get more Shadow Orcs, but to be able to army build them out, this is going to be fantastic. One of the deadliest and most terrifying units in the Legion of Arethyr, known as the Shadow Batian, Battalion. Sorry, I'm doing a little Travis. Comprised of the bloodthirsty Shadow Orcs who relish the chaos of battle. Sorry, it's a little tiny. The savage soldiers are led by one of their own, the strategist named Gorthok, having represented the Legion of Arethyr at the secret meeting of the Legion of Dark called the Covenant of Shadows. Gorthok now awaits the call to lead his Shadow Orc grunts from their subterranean homes and into the glorious battle in the name of their god Arethyr. Wow.
All right, there it is, folks. The Shadow Orc Grunt Legion Builder.
Yeah, and I did want to pull up. I saw one comment here. Cannon fodder for the dwarves. Get out. Out. You're out of here. We can ban him, right?
No. And I did notice, because we're early enough in the day, we got the one and only Jeremy Gerard here chiming in the chat. So thanks for stopping by this morning, sir.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for you guys having to listen to me read. Jesse said he was going to do some editing, which he did, but he left that part in. So, there you go.
Look, shadow orcs are like, I know they're like one of your favorite things. There's no way I was cutting out
Oh, yeah.
you getting to read that. So let's we got some photos here. We'll go through these real quick, and then
And
we'll
we
go
do
to
have
some
them in
live
hand
gameplay.
to show as well.
Yep.
So
I just don't have very good minds off stage at the moment. So there you go. We've got the Shadow Orc Grunt. It does come with an all new head. Curtis, anything you want to say about
yeah,
that?
got a new head with the horns there. The color on the armor is not as bright as Gorthok's armor, but it's really close in color. Just a little toned down as far as the brightness, which I think is probably a better call. Being that these guys are cavern shadow guys. Um, the skin tone is really cool. It's like this, especially if you look at like the inside of the legs. I think one of the first shots you had like showed the thighs really well, and you can see it on the arms there too. It like goes from like a brown color into like a black, and it's just a real nice fade to it. So we haven't seen prices on these things yet, but obviously this is a Legion Builder wave, so I'm guessing that they're going to be a little bit on the cheaper side. But they didn't hold back when it came to the paint on this. I mean, granted the rivets and stuff aren't painted, but the skin tone is amazing. And the parts that come with this, I mean, he's got an axe, a mace, a sword, two heads. I mean, this thing's just really cool.
Yeah, so it does come with the classic helmeted orc head, but painted in the Shadow Orc colors. But yeah, the fade on the brown and black tone on the arm, it's cool. It's not just a simple one color. Yeah, and the color of the armor is really cool. These pictures, I am not a professional. These pictures definitely do not do it the justice that Trevor's shots do. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say and maybe it's just the lighting in my room, but there's a tiny hint of bluish gray to that armor.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a dig. That's legit comment, at least the way my eyes are perceiving it.
Yeah, it legit has some blue in it. That's not the photos. So
yeah, and they've got the what you said, was it the breaker sword? Yeah, the mace with the removable top, so you could swap that out with other weapons heads, and the little axe. Love those, and the nice round pauldrons, which for some reason on him look way more brutal than they do on Bardrick or Duban.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that they went with the riveted torso. That's cool, and the fact that they did the bare feet on these is a nice touch. Yeah, so
there he is, your orc, Shadow Orc Grunt, and here he is with some other orc and goblin types. I did not mean to block out Thwick's head. That just was not paying attention to the actual staging of the picture.
Get that goblin out of there.
So you can see there is a different color tint to his armor between. I don't have a Gorthok to pair him with, so yet. But with the reinforcement orc from last year and Vorthog behind him. So yeah, it's a blue-ish tint. It's not straight up blue. And there he is with some other figures.
And it does have a little bit of like metallic flake to it as well.
Yes. Yeah, there's definitely a sheen to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there's definitely love for Thwick because I put Thwick in there. He was also probably the easiest goblin to grab. Yes. So yes, the Shadow Orc Grunt.
Yes, Billy, it's a blue steel.
So yeah, he's part of this, and I know Jeremy will probably get into more details with this.
There you go.
Gorthok and the Shadow Battalion definitely play a role in the upcoming Mythic book. There you go, folks. We're getting all the juicy details this morning.
Nice.
So this was really cool. As soon as I opened this box, I need to watch Curtis react like like I was excited just to see there was a new head in it, but like watching you react to it was
Yeah, I mean,
because it was almost like just 15 minutes of you just going like, oh boy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely edited that part down because I was just like in awe for a long time. Did want to show if you can embiggen me there real quick.
You got it.
Little bit of different. So there's two heads that come with it. The one with the horns that we showed, and then there's this one as well, which I don't know if this is going to show up. There we go. Which is similar to the alternate head for Gorthok, but it's a little bit different. The Gorthok one has some like copperish on the side, whereas this one is more kind of all the way blue around. Which I like that it's slightly different so that you can kind of tell those apart. And I did just kind of a pop and swap kind of thing here where I took some of the Gorthok armor mixed with the Unknown One's armor and then threw that head on there.
Oh, nice.
So, it's also using the Unknown One's neck, which I kind of like. Anthony was talking about stealing parts for dwarf fodder. I like stealing those dwarf necks for the orcs because it makes them look a little bit more stubby and so yeah, so there's a little pop and swap that I did there with that one. And then here's kind of the figure itself. So just a really cool look. I love this thing. Legion builders are my favorite things just as a customizer. It's just fun to be able to get these things at a really good price and build them out and get a bunch of them. And yeah, I'm just super excited for this.
Excellent. Let's see. Nope. I want to do that. There we go. I'm going to can I turn my camera off?
There
we go.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to move over here so I can see this.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, maybe you can see the thighs there. I don't know if that's the light's probably not getting to it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful under the skirt shot.
So there you got that brown, and then it fades into the black on top.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to look at it and keep forgetting the camera's right in front of my face. Yeah, this new head is great. It's port system, so you can pull the horns out, and if you wanted to put any other of the attachments, the wings, any of the other horns, they'll go right in there.
Yeah, I obviously I don't have one of the new cavern dwarves in hand, but the weapons look very similar to that color for the cavern dwarf. So I think that's going to create some cool, pop and swap options, between those two characters as well.
Oh, totally. Got some horns here. I should have had these ready. You want to pop in the short, pointy horns.
Nice.
Those, or maybe you're in the bigger is better at the big curled horns. And if for folks that have any of the other orcs, I got just it's one of the we're the Aether Blade orcs here just for color comparison between those two.
Yep. I did see a post today predicting orcs and said, is it going to be red or green? Well, those are not the only color options. So yeah. I awesome. Do love this. I mean, just the fact that we're going to be able to build these out and make kind of an army of these things is really cool.
Yeah. Yes. It's very, how do we do this?
I don't know.
There we go. Hey, we're back.
We are.
So if anybody watching, if anybody has any questions or anything they want to see with these while we're here. But yeah, I think this is a really exciting figure. I was always, because Gorthok was such a hard to get figure, but now he's coming in the All-Stars wave next year. And now we've got these. Jeremy set up here that he's going to be talking about it on Mythic Conversations with Bill from Dorklair tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful.
On Mythic Conversations tomorrow night. So they'll be talking about the whole wave.
I did see somebody ask if they could get a comparison of the skin tone between that and Black Krampus. I don't have my Krampus is a holiday one. I've got it in the garage. Do you have one available?
Yeah, let me go grab him. Hold on one sec.
I'll keep looking through the comments while you do that.
You keep talking. I'll bring that back up.
Let's see. Dooch, he says, I hope they release a red and green orc for Christmas. I'll put him with my Santa Batman. I can't make fun of that because I bought a Santa Batman. So, can you see the bare feet on the Gorthok? Let me try to switch that around. I've got my Gorthok kind of mixed up with some unknown one parts, but let me see if I can switch those out. Really great wave. Nice diversity of characters. I agree, Anthony.
So I would say, looking at this, the black is very similar, if not identical, to the Grunt and Krampus, but Krampus is solid black.
Gotcha.
Whereas the Grunt has that brown,
fade,
like the underside, like on the inside of the legs and under the arms and stuff, and there's a hint of it on the chin and everything. So I don't know if that's translating very well in the lighting here.
It looks like the feet are the same color as the Krampus skin, right?
Yeah, so the feet look like they're solid black. So but the color is different. The Krampus has that more gunmetal gray, silver, and compared to him, that armor definitely looks more blue-ish on the Grunt. But it is not blue. It's not going to pull this out, and you're not going to be like, oh, this is a Kansas City Royals blue. It's not that blue.
No.
Or whatever that team is. I don't know sports.
I love you, Jesse. All right.
That's a team, right?
Yes. I'm going to embiggen myself real quick. So this isn't exactly Gorthok because this is my version that I mixed with the unknown one parts. But that is with the bare feet on him. And I would say if you've got a Gorthok and you haven't tried this pop and swap with putting the unknown one wings on there and adding some of the armor and stuff, this is a really cool way to kind of spruce up and make a little 2.0 version of Gorthok, and then use the extra Gorthok parts to make another Shadow Orc because you need a bunch of them. So,
let's see. Ender's asking, is the brown similar to Gorthok? I don't have a Gorthok. Can you compare the brown on that? Are they similar?
Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, pretty much exactly. Now, Gorthok has the spots on him, and this, I do not see any spots on this thing. But the brown to dark is very similar, if not spot on. So,
okay.
And then I saw this question here from Jeff. Given your feelings on All Stars, are you enjoying Reinforcements 2 better than just re-releases? Absolutely. I love that this Reinforcements wave, they've added new stuff to it. So if you missed out the first time on some of these figures, like the Cavern Dwarf or the Gold Knight or whatever, it gives you something new. On top of being able to get one for yourself without paying a ridiculous price. So I love what they did with this. And then this one was just kind of the icing on the cake because I was not expecting us to get another Shadow Orc, especially a Legion builder, which I love the Legion builders. So Joe says, thanks, Curtis. Gorthok is a hillbilly orc for sure. Yeah, a little bit.
Show us the card back.
We will not be doing that today. I'm sure Jeremy will probably show you the card back on Wednesday.
Yes. Yeah, and he said, remember everyone, wave like Reinforcements with Legion builders is a great way to try customizing and hashtag paint it up. Thank you, Jeremy. Absolutely. Yeah, this is a great time because again, we don't know the pricing yet, but they're definitely lower than the standard name figures. And they're just so, I mean, they look great as is. If you just want to have an army of them, but you also want to have, if you want to like you were saying, like do the rivets, because he's got that Vorthog torso with the rivets and the plates and everything. And Jeremy's chiming in, new card back art by Nate, so they're holding that off as one more surprise.
Oh, okay.
So, which it's awesome art. So it's very cool to see that revealed.
Keep in mind, I know this has been talked about before, but this first batch of these reinforcements is going to be an all-in. It's one per person. But my understanding is they're going to have some at Legions Con, and then there'll be another release, I believe, early next year, where you'll be able to, order more of these. And like Jeremy said, this is a good opportunity where, if you are a customizer or you've always wanted to try your hand at customizing, this is a great place to start. Like Jesse was saying, you just paint some rivets, you do some dry brushing, whatever, and next thing you know, you've created a new figure. It's just a really cool way to do it. So I'm excited. I reinforcements is my favorite thing that we do. Just because of the nature, how cheap they are, and you can build these out. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Scott said this Fuzz Monk looks weird. Look, if they're never going to send me the Fuzz Monk to reveal, because I don't know if I'd be able to hold that in. Like,
you wouldn't be
that
able
would
to
have
talk
to be
afterward. Yeah.
Special delivery would have to like come to me like the moment we go live for me to hold that in, because I would be too excited. Plus, Fuzz Monks are a dying race, or their numbers are dwindling. So I'm not saying they won't ever do, because I don't have knowledge, but it seems like a Fuzz Monk being a builder figure would not be an option unless the story presents the ability to do so. So,
let's see. This comment here, still want a female, but I really like this one. Yeah, the female orcs are cool. I'm glad that we just got the new ones from the game wave. Those deluxe ones are really cool. If you haven't grabbed one of those, that's a nice little addition, and you could definitely paint up one of those to make it a shadow orc female. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, you could just, did you just say that? Did I blank out? I was reading the comments. If you pop Vorga's torso onto this and just swap out the arms, and then you got a female orc.
Oh, okay.
I'd use my Vorga, but she's in a box at work because I'm using her as scaling for building my dioramas.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Trevor says it's slightly darker, but very close to Dubon's armor as well. Yeah, it's a little bit darker, which I think is cooler. Not no offense to Dubon, but I just, for this being an orc, especially a shadow orc, I think it's cool having like that dark gritty armor. This is one that I could see. I'm not usually like a big grime and rust guy, but I could see added some like rust effects or something to this. So
nice. I'm gonna do this because it got brought up. Thank you, Joe and Anthony, for telling people to smash that like and subscribe button. We're so close to 500.
Yeah, we're really close.
But yeah, you've got, for straight pop and swap within the figures, if you use that Vorga torso, you could make a female orc or female anything very easily, and it's a little sci-fi, but I think it would blend in nice if you put the right mythic pauldrons on it and stuff. And then you've got some folks that are doing like the chest plates for like the Valak and Bardrick and those bodies and everything, or some 3D people have like full female torsos you can get. So it's really easy to make a 1.0 female at this point with the accessories that are available.
Yeah, I see a lot of people commenting on that unknown one pop and swap that I had with Gorthok. I mean, the colors are really close on the wings to the skin as far as that fade in color. So I really like it, and that armor of unknown one has kind of that chocolate look to it that works really well with these as well. So yeah, if you've got some spare unknown ones out there, I would say at least try your hand at popping one of those with this, because it's really cool.
Awesome. I would grab my unknown one, but it is literally the highest figure in my room. It is on a flight stand, and it is literally, I think, like less than half an inch from touching the ceiling in my apartment. And I have like 11-foot ceiling, so the bio says, he's flying over the battlefields looking for remains or whatever. So yeah, he's way too high for me to feel like getting down.
Yeah. I don't know why that is putting you small.
You gotta click on the double one over here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I wanted to add that back in there. So appreciate everybody joining us this morning. If you have any other questions, we got, I would say, about another 3-4 minutes. If you got any other questions, we'll try to answer them. But once again, just really appreciate this honor that Jeremy and the Four Horsemen gave us to do this reveal, especially being my love for the Shadow Orcs. It was amazing just to open this up and seeing that in package. I was blown away for sure. So let's see.
We crossed it. We're over 500. So thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Four Horsemen, for letting us do this review. Thank you for everybody that joined in. We hit our goal, Curtis. Time for another giveaway.
There you go. It's the Jeremy magic. He has Kickstarter's fund on his show, and he pops into ours, and we immediately hit 500. So, what's the guess on the all-in prize? I don't want to venture to guess, but I would guess that the Horsemen are going to take care of us. So, I appreciate that, Jeremy. That's really sweet. So.
That's great. Yeah, I know that info will all be coming soon. If not, I mean, I'm assuming Jeremy will reveal that sometime tomorrow, probably on the 4-ish o'clock or on his show. I'm sure that info is coming soon. That's not inside information. I'm just guessing. And then it goes live Saturday, I believe, right? The 14th.
Yep.
And yeah.
And as excited as I am for the all-in and this, first initial to get all these figures, because I've loved every single reveal, like that vampire yesterday with the new like horns on the helmet, and they're using that one from the Operative 83, and obviously my feelings on Templar, so that one was amazing. Getting a new green skinned ogre. I'm excited about the all-in, but once these things are available to order a bunch, I'm gonna have to place they may need a 6-pack or a 12-pack of these Shadow Orcs. So
I definitely got to get at least a half dozen of these, and then I'm gonna have to really army build the green orcs whenever they come back around again. I'd love to put some Vorgus armor, but I don't have a Vorgus. I made a custom one, and I don't have that available anymore. So I'll be able to do that in a month.
There you go. I'll see if I can. I'll try to work on something this week, and maybe if I can try to figure out how to put a female together using, like you said, with a Vorga chest and then some arms, and paint up one of the orc female heads to do a Shadow Orc. We'll see.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Jeremy's, saying these will be available at Legions Con this wave. Another benefit of those who attend the biggest Legions event ever. And yes, going to get the figures is a huge draw, but being able to hang out with everybody, see all the artwork from customs, the art that people do is just going to be really cool. I cannot wait for Legions Con. And I don't know if they sold out already, but I know that both of the hotels, or the hotels that we got discounts from, had some extra rooms available last week. I don't know if they're still available. Check out legionscon.com.
I extended my stay through Sunday night, and they said they they were running very thin on rooms available for Sunday
Oh,
night. So if you do
you're
want to
staying
extend your
Sunday
stay,
night?
yeah, because
Cool.
my son's actually going to fly out Monday morning, so from
Okay.
Jersey. So yeah, we're staying one more night.
Cool.
So,
Well, maybe we'll do our shooting the shelf live that
ooh,
Sunday night
that's
in
a good idea.
like together,
Beautiful.
because I'm leaving Monday too. So
Beautiful. Well, we appreciate
awesome.
everybody joining us. Appreciate all the questions. If you have anything else, feel free to leave a comment in the chat of this video. We'll answer anything that we can. If there's certain, pop and swaps or whatever that we couldn't get to that you'd like to see us do in the Cabal, just let us know and we'll try to accommodate whatever we can and kind of go from there. But yeah, thanks for everybody getting up in the morning and joining us. It's been a lot of fun. And once again, thanks again to Four Horsemen. So
I'll say this real quick. Scott's asking if these will be available at retailers. I'm assuming they will be like normal waves. Usually what they'll do, it sounds like there's going to be this drop this weekend. They'll be at Legions Con, and then sometime in the new year, I thought I heard sometime in the new year that they would be, an official, like, in stock order, like they did with the first reinforcements. And then I think once those go on, then they'll go to retailers, because I think reinforcements were eventually available at retailers, weren't they?
I don't know that they
Or
were.
was that? Oh, okay.
Legion builders were, but I don't know about reinforcements.
That's yeah.
So Jeremy might be able to answer that tonight or tomorrow night on his show. So
very cool. All right. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you for pushing over 500. Thank you, Four Horsemen, Jeremy, and everyone at the studio for letting us get to do this reveal. It was super cool. Awesome figure. Brand new head sculpt. First time seeing it here, so I'm very excited. Yes. So yeah, last reinforcements were not available at retail, so I'm not sure if that's how that's going to work out. So. But you will have more chance to get them down the road if you miss it this weekend.
absolutely.
Cheers, folks. Have a great day. We'll see y'all in the world. I don't know. My words are leaving me.
And until next time.
What's on your shelf?